We all know Minecraft for its cozy vibes, from farming to building to fishing. Timeless activities we all love from Minecraft, sure, but also from another game. Join me as we bring the charm from the rolling fields of Stardew Valley into Minecraft, as I spend 100 days building a cozy Stardew Valley farm in Minecraft Hardcore. It's day one and I am so excited to dive into our very own version of Pelican Town. But first we're gonna need some stone tools, some food, and a bed. Isn't that right, Millie? Let's start with a wooden pickaxe and then we'll go get some stone and we'll obviously get stone tools. Let's just take this entire tree down. Now let's turn all of this into oak planks. Let's make ourselves a few sticks and let's make ourselves a crafting table. All right, we have our wooden pick. Let's pick up our crafting table and head out to find some stone. I think the number that we need for full tools and also a furnace is 20, maybe 19. I don't know. We'll collect 20 and see if that is the perfect amount. Okay, so the answer is 19 and not 20. That is good to know. And now we have our tools, it's obviously time to get ourselves some wool so that we have a bed. She says. I know Minecraft doesn't have exhaustion like Stardew does, but I still don't want to be up all night. Okay, one piece. We just need one more sheep. Thank you very much. Now because all of the wool is different colors, I'm going to need some dye so that I can make it the same color so that I can turn it into a bed. Just like that, we have somewhere to sleep. Okay, I think we have enough time now to punch all of this grass and get our basic farm down, so we have something to eat when this mutton runs out. Alright, now let's get this stuff tilled and planted before that sun goes down. Looks like Millie is having the time of her life on this beach. Honestly, not entirely sure why I've decided to do it like this. I think I just kind of wanted to make it still look cute, even though it's a little starter farm, but now I'm kind of regretting doing it either side of the river. Oh no, I'm out of seeds. That's okay though. Come on, Mills, let's go to bed. This seems as good a place as any to set up camp. Alright, come on, Mills. Please come inside. It's getting super dark. Nope, nope, nope. Come in. Oh my gosh, she plays too much. There we go. Alright, good night. Okay, so while we wait for the farm to get established, I think I'm gonna go down into the mines and get some iron. Woo! Just committing one of Minecraft's biggest sins, which is digging straight down. And I am praying that I just fall into some water or a very shallow cave. I couldn't find an opening, okay? And I need to get down here fast. Oh my gosh, that is so lucky. Could have been even luckier if we landed in the water, but whatever. Oh, that's not so lucky though. Okay, I guess we're dealing with this. All right, not only did we not fall to our death right there is a decent amount of iron around, so we're really winning today. Since apparently every creeper that's ever lived is in this cave, I'm just gonna go ahead and make my way home. Hey Millie, I'm home. Did you miss me? I feel like she was probably just sleeping the entire time I was gone. Anyways, let's put our iron into our furnace. Whilst that's smelting, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some more wood so that we can make a couple chests because my pockets are gonna get very full very quickly and we need to store some of this junk. I feel like a couple double chests should do the job. Let's get rid of literally everything in our pockets at the moment. And let's start turning our iron into something useful. And then let's make a shovel. And we have the perfect amount left to make a bucket. Alright, we got a whole set of tools and I think it's time to accumulate some more seeds before the sun goes down. Why are hardly any seeds dropping? I feel like I'm cursed in this sense. Like every time I go searching for seeds, they barely ever drop. Or maybe this is just the normal drop rate for seeds. Oh, is that Millie? Oh, she's come to help. Wonderful. Instead of just taking a nap under a tree for a change. All right, filling in the gaps. Let's see how much we get out of this. Is this one done? I think it is. I think they're almost ready. That should get us 3 pieces of bread. Oh, oh, it's scary out here. Oh no. Oh no, I'm not gonna be able to sleep because there's scary guys out here too. Millie, please be following me. Ah! Oh no. Okay, let me just make my dinner, I guess. And maybe if I make a little hole up here, Millie will just be able to drop down. Millie, get in here, please. Thank you. Okay, I'm so glad that worked. Alright, can we sleep? Obviously not. Okay, we're just gonna have to wait out till morning. So, one of the mods that I have has a really cool feature, which is a wooden bucket. So I actually didn't even need to make the iron bucket, but I had the iron, so why not? I do think that the wooden... Oh my gosh. What are you still doing out? Please go home. Thank you. Okay, as I was saying, I do think that the wooden bucket fits the theme of what we're doing here a lot better than the iron bucket though. So let's fill this thing with water. And now we should be able to turn this into a watering can. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? Oh, and we get the bucket back. That is so cute. Oh, I thought it would look like I was holding an actual watering can, but never mind. Now, the question is, how do I use this? Do I just use it on my crops as normal? Oh, it works like bone meal. Okay, that is actually incredibly helpful. Oh, but they don't last very long. RIP watering bucket. Or maybe I just fill it back up again. Oh, that is so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, love that. Love that. Let's fill up on food, and then I think we're going to head back to the mines so we can get some more iron for armor and also just extra tools and stuff because we always need more iron tools. I think it's also 19 for all of the armor, as in 19 pieces of iron, as well as 19 for all of the tools. Any more iron for me? Oh, couple pieces down. Oh my gosh, there's quite a few pieces. 10. What is sparkling over here? Oh, I think it's one of those like glow squid things, isn't it? Oh. Well, it was one of those glow squid things. Okay, let's grab this coal whilst we're here too, because we're going to need a lot of that for torches and also just smelting in general. Gosh, I wish all veins were like coal. There is always so much of this stuff. Anything scary down here? Not that I can see. Oh, and there's something scary. Oh my gosh, sorry. That is so lovely. It's just like a natural waterfall. Oh my gosh, and there's an axolotl. Wait, is that just like a big thing of water actually? Oh no, it is just a waterfall. Oh my gosh, that is so adorable. I am so glad that we saw that. Ah! Oh my gosh. Okay, we are still on the search for iron, and there is some. Oh, never mind, that was just the lighting. I thought there was iron inside of those blocks. Alright, I'm pretty sure my eyes are not deceiving me this time, and that is definitely iron. Oh. Wait, I thought clay fell like gravel does. That is news to me. Alright, we are on the search for one more piece of iron. One more piece of iron. Pretty please. Oh, pretty please. Alright guys, we have done it. We finally have enough iron for armor and probably a little bit extra for tools. There's another single piece here. Maybe 2 pieces? Nope, of course not. Where did I see the other iron? Oh, up here. Ooh, I might just collect this up for the XP, to be honest. Once I had enough iron for spare tools, armor, and some extra for lanterns, I headed above ground and gathered spruce, oak, and pine wood. When I was finished, I wandered along the river collecting seeds and clay. Okay, now that we have some more resources, we need a house. So let's get started with the frame and foundation for our little farmhouse. Whilst I do this, Millie, maybe you want to brainstorm some ideas for what we're going to call this little farm. And you guys too, please leave a comment with what you would name your farm in Stardew because I need ideas fast. Okay, I have done the outline of the foundation. I just got to get rid of all of this extra grass. And actually, whilst this is all clear, let's strip all of this spruce wood. Beautiful. Now that's done, we can fill in this entire thing with these pine planks. Alright, that was pretty easy. Let's build up the frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that looks good. The sun is on its way down. Millie, have you thought of any names yet? Alright, well, keep thinking on it and we will, I guess, have a name at some point. Okay, so today the plan is to build up the walls and hopefully add the roof. The walls shouldn't take me too long at all, so I'm pretty sure we can get the roof done today. And the good news is that the roof should be pretty simple. I have a ton of references from actual Stardew Valley open, especially of the farmhouses, because I want to match it as best as I can. For this side, I'm going to use these funky fences to create a little sort of barn type area, I guess. And we have the walls up and it's not even midday yet. Not many builders can say that. For the farmhouse roof, I went in with a mix of spruce and pine stairs. Using both woods gave the roof some nice variation so it doesn't look too plain. The pine brings in like a warm, rich tone, whilst the spruce adds a lighter touch that keeps the whole thing from feeling too heavy, in my opinion. Alternating the two as I built the roof created a subtle texture pattern that just fits the farmhouse vibe perfectly. What do you think of the house so far, Mills? It seems like she doesn't care. I think it's probably because there's no interiors. Exteriors time! I'm actually really excited about doing this, especially this porch here. Whenever I play or watch Stardew, I always wonder what the view from the front porch of the house would look like, and I'm sure it's a little different from this, but I still think it's cool. So what we're going to do over here is make it look like the wood store that's on the side of the Stardew house. So just going to use these normal oak logs and then fill in these gaps here with these stackable logs and hope that it looks good. Oh, I probably should have gone in here and done the second layer first. Okay, I feel like that looks pretty good. And I'm just gonna fence this off with the spruce fence gate to make sure they're all secure in there. Then of course we need to add a chimney. So let's do, is it just like that or should we go one taller? I think actually it'll be fine with two because we're gonna use these trapdoors around the side of the campfire to make it look like a working chimney. Alright, cute. So I've got this little trapdoor up here to act as a window, and then I think we should just put a window also right here. And then let's add, oh, that is not the shutters. Now let's add the shutters to these windows. These are honestly one of the most adorable things with this mod. Look at this. So cute. Oh, I think oh, okay, there we go. I'm just opening the window right now. And then inside, let's just fill in this area here with some bricks to make it look like we've got a fireplace here. And of course, gonna use our classic fireplace pieces here. It's not the same as I usually do my fireplaces, but I think this works to not take up too much of this very little space we have. I'm also gonna go ahead and add another window here, just to let some more light in. And I think we might be done. Ooh, actually, let's take out this block here, put in some red wool and then a red carpet and put our door back. Love that. Okay, let's see what we can do with the interiors here. Obviously, I do not have a TV, but I'm thinking a painting may work. Would that be on the TV? Actually, I guess that works. That kind of looks like the shine of a TV screen, right? Then, of course, we can fit a little table and a chair next to the fire. And let's add a white cup to the table. Over here, let's add our little bed and a little rug next to it. And then in this corner, we can do a terracotta vase with some oak leaves. I feel like that's pretty accurate, right? Actually, let's also put a little painting up here too. Perfect. All right, I added in some extra flower pots just to spruce it up a little in here. And I also planted these in the pots outside. And with that, I think that's our farmhouse done. It looks like Millie's enjoying her time near the fireplace. Okay, so the whole point of Stardew is, you know, the farming. So let's get this farm expanded. And I've just realized I dug one too deep. I don't know why I did that, but now I've got to add in all of this dirt back in. Not the end of the world, but definitely a little bit of a waste of time. Let's just get this ground tilled. Oh, actually, I should probably fill these in with water first. Gosh, we really have pretty much wasted an entire day because I made that mistake there. But it's fine. At least we're going to have the stuff planted by the end of today. And then we can spend tomorrow just building up all the cute stuff around it. Now let's start tilling the ground. As I always say, planting the crops is always so satisfying. I just really love the noise it makes, how easy it is, and a freshly planted field is so satisfying to look at. Please enjoy this montage of me placing crops. Just in time for the sunset. Okay, so we at least managed to get all of our crops planted yesterday, so let's spend today building up around the crops and making it look a bit prettier. So for decoration, I'm thinking we run around and do this sort of thing. Alternate. Basically, we're just alternating between the slabs and the trapdoors. I don't know what the right word is that I'm looking for there. And then either side of the stairs, I'm gonna do a little thingamabob where it's like an archway. Same again on this side. And there we have it, a very cute expanded farm. I set out in search of more wood, and while I was collecting that, I stumbled upon the entrance to a lush cave which I took advantage of to snag some glowberries. I finished off my mini adventure as spring slipped into summer by gathering some more clay as well as everything I needed for banners plus some brown and white dye. So our farm is pretty going well, and now that we're officially in the summer season, I want to tackle the next build project on my list, which is the Stardrop Saloon. Okay, actually, before I start doing all of the fun stuff that I mentioned, I'm gonna have to dig out this whole area and then replace all of this with bricks also, but that's fine. Please enjoy this time lapse of me breaking dirt and fixing the walls. Alright, now that's done, let's go ahead and fill in these floors with some pine planks. And to finish the day off, I think we're just going to add some supports around the outside of this build. Obviously, we don't have enough time to recreate the entirety of Pelican Town in 100 days. Trust me, I have the spreadsheets to prove I tried to figure out a way. But instead, I picked a couple of my favorite locations from the game to try and build. I'm kind of glad for the simpler builds, especially in the roof department. It's kind of giving short and sweet. Oh man, now that entire album's gonna be stuck in my head. Especially given the saloon in Stardew serves coffee. Or espresso, I guess. Anyways, let's get this roof finished. Alright, it is exterior time. I'm gonna start by poking out some holes for some windows and then decorating the windows. And I think we need another double window up here. I'm gonna use a different type of window though because I want it to have the arch thing at the top. How does that look? That looks super cute, actually. Now let's add some upside down stairs here and then add in some doors. And then above the doors here, I'm gonna do a little, what is it called? Like an awning, I guess. Now let's add a few lanterns and a bunch of glowberries. Although actually I'm probably just going to place one glowberry so that I don't waste them. Why can I not place it here? Oh, it's because that is a slab. Maybe I'll get rid of those and then I can fill that in with glowberries and nobody will ever know that there is a slab missing. Okay, I've pretty much done the same thing on the other side and added windows to either side of the sides, if that makes sense. I think the only thing we're missing here is the big saloon sign. I think I can recreate it with banners, but I'm not sure. Wish me luck. I followed a how-to page very closely to spell out saloon on the banners, and honestly, I am so glad I did because it saved me from a ton of trial and error. Each letter had its own specific pattern with careful placements of the dies and shapes to get it to look just right. And I had to check the page after every single step to make sure I wasn't accidentally creating some weird blob instead of a letter. And apparently I can't spell because I made 2 L's. There is not 2 L's in saloon. Alright, the S needs to go here. A-L-O-O-N. Okay, incredible. That looks awesome. So for the interiors, I'm just gonna do our usual little fireplace situation over in this corner. And then I'm gonna create a faux sort of corridor way into the corridor. I don't really know. But basically the saloon doors that are back here, I can't make them go anywhere, but it kind of looks like it might lead to a corridor from this angle, right? Along the back here, I'm gonna do all of the shelving, and this is probably where I'm gonna keep most of my stuff and all of my food and whatnot, but it's just gonna double up as cute little bar shelving. Then we can use these pillar trims to create some texture, some depth, something more interesting than just this. Along the top here, I'm gonna use the corner trim. Hang on, I might need to build up for this. Let's use the corner trim to create something fancy in the middle. And let's see how that looks. Ooh, okay, I actually really love that. That looks so fancy. I also have this hammer tool, which makes it so that you can change the inside of each of these shelf areas. So let's do a little run through of these and then see what we can do sort of design-wise. Does that look good? I feel like it's a little bit chaotic, but it is pretty nicely spaced out. All right, now let's go in and build the bar of this area. Do I only need 1 block behind? I guess I do. Okay, I have the perfect amount for that. That's great. Oh, this is actually looking so cute already. Let's add in a cute little blue rug right here at the bottom of the stairs, and then let's add in some tables. Let's add some stools at the bar. That looks nice and even. And then let's do a couple tables around here. Let's do one in the corner, one about here, one here, and one on the other side. Now I just have a few little extra details to add around the place to try and make it look kind of like the game. Let's add a couple bowls to this table. And obviously let's light these tables up because it is pretty dark in here. And I have this really cool jukebox thing, which unfortunately is not functional, but it looks super cute. And I think that is our saloon done. I feel like we have done an incredible job here. It is after hours right now, and we're technically closed, but I will still serve you. What can I get for you? All right, you just want a normal coffee. I can get that for you. Here you go. A pre-made cup of coffee that I keep in my cupboard. Mmm, delicious. Pretend I'm drinking it right now. Sorry, I'm drinking your drink. What am I doing? I'm obviously just super tired, so let me just put down your cup of coffee there, and I will see you guys soon. Millie, are you coming? All right, Millie is looking after the place whilst I go take a nap. As the summer waned, I gathered more wood, shaking things up by throwing some birch into the mix, along with the usual pine and spruce. I also gathered coarse dirt and some clay and sand for silt before popping back underground to gather iron for more lanterns. I headed home before Millie had the opportunity to give me an earful for staying in the mines too late. The The saloon literally went so well, guys, that I am extra motivated to build our next build, which is gonna be the general store. So I'm just now getting the frame and the foundation bits done. And we were talking earlier about trying to make these builds that I've chosen to try and recreate as functional as possible. So I'm thinking we can end up using the general store as our storage area, and then we can keep the food in the saloon. And everything else here. I think that works. And I don't know what I'm doing because I now have to take all of this half off and build it down into the ground so it's all level. Don't know why I built upwards like this. I guess I thought I was building the saloon again. I'm gonna build up all of these corners to whatever height that was. And up here, this was 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they should all be even. Then I'm gonna build these ones up 7. So that's 1, 2. Wait, is that one taller than that? It definitely is. Okay, so that's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, that works. And then on these ones here, I'm gonna go up 8. Now I just need to run around and connect all of these posts, and then we'll be done with the foundation / frame segment. Walls and roof time. Trying to figure out how to do this was a little bit interesting. Not pictured in this video was me staring at pictures of the build references, trying to figure out how we were going to make this look complete without actually having the doctor's office right next to it. Building the roof was pretty easy, but a bit intense. I was practically holding my breath with every step, hoping that I wouldn't slip off and drop right into the apparent pit of creepers that had formed. On a more positive note, this pinewood is honestly like an upgraded version of spruce in my opinion, and perfect for the vibes we're going for. Anyways, with that being said, the roof is done, and just as promised, it looks way better now. So it definitely looks better, but it's still looking a little bit rough, so I'm hoping adding the details is going to save us, and oh my gosh, it is so scary in there. Let's close up that window. Oh my goodness, that was a jump scare. Where did you come from? Oh. Anyways, let's add in some details around this window. The windows on the game kind of have like a... They have like a brown border, but I can't really do that very well. So I'm just using these trapdoors and hoping that it looks kind of similar. I don't think it's going to look the best, but it will be good enough. Does that look okay? Yeah, I feel like from a distance it works. Maybe from like this angle, not so much, but we have to work with what we've got. I also don't really have the means to do the message board type thing, so I was thinking we could just do a row of these trapdoors and just kind of emulate it that way. Maybe 2 rows? And then get rid of this one. I feel like that kind of works. So I'm just putting a hanging pot here, and then I think a banner could work here. Then up here we have to make a little balcony area and also add a door. I'm hoping this guy... Oh! I was worried about the wrong guy. I was gonna say I'm hoping this guy isn't mad at me, but forgot that there is a whole horde of scary guys inside. I unfortunately don't have a green door, so it's just gonna have to be a spruce door up here. Then let's add a little safety barrier. Oh, and I should probably put these trapdoors around the windows too. Oh, is that gonna work? Oh, it's gonna have to work. If I put them 1 block up, then I can still get away with having this barrier here. Okay, yeah, that works. Let's put in a couple trapdoors here. Oh wait, oh no, that doesn't work. Oh, here we go, that works. Okay, I added the open sign, and I feel like this is definitely giving what we want it to give. Right, Millie? I think that was a yes. No idea what she was just doing. Okay, there is still quite the mob problem in here, so I'm gonna open the doors and hope that they all come running out, so at least if the old creeper blows up, nothing of mine gets ruined. Okay, that's the creeper dealt with. Why are these guys stuck? Are they really stuck on the carpet? I guess they are. I think this is the last creeper in there at least. Gosh, I hate mobs so much. Okay. Let's probably light this place up so that doesn't happen again. I'll obviously move these lights to be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing when we do the interiors, but for right now, let's just get this place fully lit up so nothing scary ever spawns here. Oh, and I need to break all of this grass down. What am I doing? Okay, so for the inside of here, I'm still going to make it look like a store, but I'm going to have to flip it because of where the door is. Not that door, these doors. So let's start over here with a, what is it called? A counter? Where you would pay for your stuff. And then over here, let's use some of these cake display cases, and here also. I don't have a cash register, but I do have these towels, which I think kind of could be a cash register. In the corner here, I'm going to add in some barrels and a couple taller barrels either side. And then I have these absolutely perfect barrels to go along here. How cute does that look? Then in this space here, I'm going to use some of these. Let's add a little rug type situation over here. And I feel like that's that corner done. For the shelving, I'm going to use these shelves again because I love that you can use this tool here and just make it look like the shelves are full, and you can also sort of customize it too. And you can also use them as actual storage, which is really what this whole store is for. And then in this gap here, we should have just enough room to put in a couple double shelves. And then for the top of the shelving, I have these super random things that I'm just going to place here, and hopefully they look super cute, like they're just sort of the top shelf slash extra storage for the shelves. And I think that is our general store done. I am literally so happy with this. I feel like we worked really well with what we had, and it has paid off. Incredible. I have a bunch of wood left over from the saloon and the general store, so what better way to use it than a chicken coop? I think we should have enough, and honestly, it was either chicken coop or dock, and I think coop is going to take way less wood and we can reasonably finish it. And also, yes, I did wake up this morning and it was fall, or autumn if you are British like me. Alright, that is the walls up. Let's build a little bit higher up so that we can start the foundation for the roof. I think it's a little bit suspicious that Millie has decided to come over whilst we're building this particular build, and I've also accidentally trapped her inside of what's going to be a chicken coop, so she's probably very happy and waiting for some dinner, but she doesn't know it yet. She's not going to be allowed to eat my chickens. For the roof here, I'm just going to alternate between the pine stairs and the spruce stairs, just like I did with the farmhouse. Luckily, this one isn't too far off the ground, so I don't have to worry about falling and dying or breaking my ankles. And now let's obviously do the same on the other side. Very, very exciting stuff here, guys. Alright, the sun is going down. I think we should probably let Millie out of here before we even think about putting any chickens in here. But let's continue this tomorrow. Oh my gosh, guys, I was just going to get a bunch of materials and Millie is just napping outside of the chicken coop. I'm trying not to disturb her, but I think, yeah, okay, yeah. As soon as I uncrouched, this girl just realized I was here. I know what your game is, Millie, and you cannot have those chickens. Anyways, to do the exterior of this, I'm gonna do a little window up here. Then I'm gonna take out these blocks here to add in some doors, and down here to add in some trapdoors. I'm also gonna do the same with the trapdoors along here. And I think we could actually benefit from taking out these blocks here and replacing them with stairs. That way the transition from the block to the trapdoors isn't so crazy. Alright, perfect. Then on this side here, I'm going to create a little area that the chickens can come out of to, I guess, walk around, eat some grass, do all the things that chickens love doing. And then let's make sure this place is lit up nicely with some lanterns. Now all that's left to do is to go actually find some chickens. Okay, so I have some chickens and it looks like Millie is really struggling to stay away. She's just going crazy in the background, but she is being good and not eating them, so that's great. Oh my gosh, I thought she was just about to dive bomb and eat them all. These guys don't even know the danger they're in right now. I wonder how long it's gonna be until I have to shoo Millie away. Oh, where can I put a light here? I guess just here will do? Oh no. I kind of regret these trapdoors because they do kind of look like jail bars. I do not feel good about this. That is so funny. I headed underground to gather copper, coal, iron, and granite. Once I had successfully stuffed my pockets, I headed back up to the surface to top off my wood stores. Specifically birch, spruce, pine, and oak. Okay, so we have our farm. We have the saloon and the general store. We have a Millie-free chicken coop, or at least it was Millie-free last time I checked. And yep, it looks like it still is. What else is quintessential Stardew Valley? Fishing, obviously. Okay, so that means we're gonna need a dock. Let's check out the area over here and see what we're working with. Obviously, we are working with a big old beach, so I don't think we're gonna have to clear anything out the way to build this. I spent the next few days building up a rather large fishing dock using a mix of pine and spruce blocks to get that weathered, rustic look just right. As always, the pine and spruce together added such a nice contrast to the build. The dock stretched out over the water with an extra platform branching off, perfect for a quiet fishing spot or two. I even added some beams and railings for a bit of structure to make it feel safe and solid. It took some time to get everything in line, but the end result was well worth it. I don't know about you guys, but I would love to spend a day fishing here. I wasn't initially sure if I was going to add this build, but the dock looks so naked without it, so I think we're going to have to. Let's add Willie's house. For the roof of Willie's fishing hut, I'm using a mix of granite and waxed copper stairs, giving it a warm, burnt orange hue that is perfect for a coastal, rustic sort of vibe. The waxed copper means it will keep this vibrant colour without turning green over time, and paired with the granite, it has a patched up type feel that you'd expect from a fishing hut that's weathered by plenty of salty sea air. Building the roof is only half as scary this time because luckily there's that tiny bit of water right below me that might just save me if I do fall, but we have no guarantees. I do often fall and break my ankles, even when there are safety measures in place. It's definitely still nerve-wracking though, because one small step and it's either a refreshing splash or a painful landing, but at least there is a chance that I'll be saved. I also have to keep checking that Millie isn't hanging about the chicken coop whilst I'm distracted, but it looks like she's... Actually, it looks like she's being a bit suspicious right now. I grabbed some wood and stone before setting out to gather some items to decorate the interiors. I settled on some more lanterns, fishing rods, and item frames. I'm sure I'll think of more later. This is what I get for deciding on builds whilst I'm filming. But now that our resources are topped off, we can wrap up my dear friend Willie's house. Let's start by adding in some windows. Alright, that is the windows done. I'm just going to add in some signs underneath the windows to kind of look like a windowsill, I guess, but also just add a little bit of variation to all of this birch wood. And unfortunately, I don't have anything that looks like hanging fish to put outside of here, so I'm going to use some of this rope. Hang a couple of these pots from the rope, and then fill it in with some flowers. And we'll pretend that that looks like a couple of hanging fish. To be honest, I've already gone pretty off reference with this build, so I don't think it really matters. Okay, I added in some more windows and a bunch of flowers, and also a couple benches outside here. Inside, we've got this lovely area here, and then we have a ladder down to the basement. Okay, interior time. I have moved the, what is this called? The ladders to over here. I didn't get rid of these. Because I think it makes more sense. So we are going for an old fisherman direction. So let's start by making this little area that Willie can sell his fish and whatnot from. And then let's add some of these trapdoors because I want it to kind of look like paneling. I don't have one of these 3D barrels of fish, but I do have barrels of potatoes, and I feel like they kind of look like fish heads, right? But I do also have these kinds of fish barrels, which aren't as interesting to look at, but they do have fish in them. I'm also going to add a bunch of these barrels over here in this corner. Very cute. And now let's add our details to the counter. I have no idea what this stuff is, but it just looks interesting. And when you add more clutter, it just looks better in Minecraft. Since I have this little empty space over here, I think I'm going to put in a couple tables and chairs just so, one, the space is filled, but also it could be a cute place for people to come in when they're fishing and get a drink, possibly. Get Willy some business that isn't fish. I also found these cool hanging sheets, and I thought maybe if we put them above here, it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe people need to dry off or I don't know. I just feel like it fits the vibe. And then I was thinking we could put this lovely painting here of Willy's parents. Definitely not any famous painting or anything, you know? Speaking of paintings, let's add a couple paintings around the place here. Oh, that's perfect. And I think it would be cute to have a couple paintings on this side too. I feel like that's kind of fishing / nature vibes. And finally, let's hang up some rods. Oh, that's not quite what I wanted to do there. All right, perfect. I feel like that is super cute and adorable, right? Let's go take one of these rods for a test run. Are we gonna get anything fun? Oh, wonderful. We have a raw salmon. I am so pleased with that. Anyways, let's put this rod back and let's head out for some more materials. I started out by gathering all things to do with trees. I collected some wood and saplings until the cows came home. As fall slipped into winter, I headed underground to gather stone for stone bricks, andesite, and more iron for lanterns. I finished up by collecting all the materials I needed to make bricks. Just like in Stardew, I am falling back on my favorite part of this, and that is the farming. I think really quick, I just want to add a second farm patch, and then tomorrow we can start on the orchard. Building a new farm in winter probably isn't technically the right time to start farming, but we don't exactly have time to sit around waiting for another planting season. The ground might be frozen and the days shorter, but I'm sure our Minecraft crops will tough it out and survive the frost. In fact, I actually bought some really special crops that were genetically modified to grow perfectly fine in the snow. Would you believe? To be honest, I think in real life some of these crops would grow in the winter, but I'm actually not entirely sure, so we'll just go with the I have special crops that grow in winter storyline. Since we're already going a little farming crazy, I guess, this winter I've decided to ditch the usual straight line planting and go for a funky square design. Starting with wheat as the border, we will move on to carrots, tomatoes, potatoes, and wild cabbages. Not only will it look great, but it also feels a little bit more fun to plant. I just got done watering all of the crops and they are looking so cute in this pattern. And also Millie has somehow got herself into the chicken coop, which is really not what I want right now. She is really trying to get into there. Orchards are the Stardew equivalent of I wouldn't tell anyone if I won the lottery, but there would be signs. The trees are so expensive in the game, but the good news is I'm just gonna build this one. I'm feeling like a kid let loose on Sims with a ton of expansion packs, or like when you're in the grocery store and your grandma's like,
Get whatever you want.
Except what I want right now is like 37 entire apple trees. Okay, that should be 51 blocks. Okay, and that should be 19. Sorry, I'm just looking at this area and realizing that I'm also gonna have to level this whole thing out. Luckily, I have a bunch of dirt from earlier though, when I was digging out the farms. Okay, let's get this thing filled in. And so, as you might have guessed, I spent the rest of this day placing dirt so that I could level out my humongous orchard. Once the the ground was leveled, I spent the rest of the days totally abusing a couple of shovels to turn the area into path blocks, and planting my lovely apple tree saplings. Alright, now those are all planted, we can go around with our watering can, and these things should grow. There we go. Oh my gosh, that's a big one. Okay, this looks absolutely ridiculous, and just what I wanted. So now I'm going to run around and just do the extra details, just like I did with the sides of the farms, and add in spruce slabs and trapdoors. Nothing too crazy, just literally alternating between the two, and then eventually every single side will be covered up with these spruce blocks and it'll look super cute and put together. I feel like every time I get into the rhythm of something, I end up misplacing a block. It's like my ears start hearing like a beat or something and my brain just gives up and decides to break the beat or break the rhythm. And I think that is our lovely orchard done. Okay, I don't think we have enough time to add any new buildings, but what we can do is add our Stardew Valley paths. The one from the farm to the general store and the saloon for sure, and then a path to the beach is what I'm thinking. Okay, all of the paths are done, and I decided to add some details by adding leaves, but since it's winter, all of the oak leaves are just grey. Not the cutest, but I'm sure it'll look cute at some point. I was kind of on the fence about this one too, but even though we can't build the whole of Pelican Town, we do need the courtyard, and we need the little circle in the middle of it. You know the hierarchy of needs triangle? This is very quickly becoming all of the levels for me. So I'm just placing all of these stone bricks to mark out the base of the courtyard, and then we can start decorating and making it look like more than just a big old area of stone bricks. Then all the way around the edge of this, I'm going to use these pillar trim things because the stone on its own looks a little bit ugly, and this just makes it look way more put together. Like, look at that. Okay, so I actually decided to switch out some of the stone bricks for andesite polish blocks or whatever they're called. And I think it looks a little bit better. I'm going to tell myself it looks better because I'm definitely not going back in and replacing it with stone, that's for sure. I'm just filling in this little center bit here now with these bricks, and then we should be good. And oh my gosh, it's getting dark very fast. Let's check how that's looking. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Okay, let's kill this guy carefully. Creepers literally make me so tense because sometimes they just blow up even when you're far away from them. Okay, anyway, that circle looks like a circle. I'm pretty sure it's centered. Is it centered to this? I feel like yes. Maybe not. But it is centered to this, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I am happy with that. Let's head to bed because it's scary, it's dark, and it's cold. All right, lighting and signs. Mostly lighting because if a creeper ruins this for me now, I may just cry. If one day the M channel doesn't exist, just know it was because I didn't appropriately light a build up and a creeper exploded everything on day 98. Oh my goodness, it must really be winter. The river has frozen over. Oh my gosh. Whee! Oh, that wasn't as fun as I thought it was gonna be. Anyways, back to street lamps. To be honest, street lamps are becoming, well, I was about to say favorite, but that would have been a lie. Becoming a much less tedious task because it's actually quite relaxing just doing the same thing over and over again without really having to think about what I'm doing. Just quite simple. 1, 2, 3. Spruce slab, trapdoor, 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 and you guessed it, trapdoor, and then lanterns. And so I spent the rest of the day doing 1, 2, 3 fences, slab, trapdoor, 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 then lanterns, over and over again. Okay, I think this is my last one, and I am definitely glad for that to be the case. Whew, okay, that is a lot of lamps. And just to finish off, I've added a couple signs. So this is pointing to the beach, obviously, and then the house is kind of this way. This one here I've got pointing to the house and the courtyard. Do we need one for the chicken coop? I feel like no. This one here is... oh, I forgot to label these. Should we label it farm? I feel like maybe we should label it orchard. And then this one, where is that pointing to? The general store, I guess? Then over here we've got the arrow to the saloon and the house. Sorry, that's making me laugh that I put that here because I think if you were already here, you're probably going to notice that the saloon is right there. But, you know, it's the thought that counts. Okay, it is the last day and you know what that means? Pretty much just run around the entire build and plant a bunch of trees to fill in all of the gaps. And of course, add a bunch of random barrels and hay bales to make it look cute. As the sun rose on our final wintry day, I took a walk and looked around the town. Our farmhouse, the general store, the saloon, the docks, all the places that have grown and changed with us through each season. From the lush green fields to snowy paths, every corner of the town worked together to bring that cozy, familiar satisfaction, just like the feeling of walking home after a long day of fishing in Pelican Town. I am Em, and this is Millie, and you have all been amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe so I can see you in the next one. Bye!